So hello everyone, my name is Bernardo Sim and I'm a writer for Out Magazine. Today I'll be speaking with Josh Cavallo about his appearance on RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. So let's get started. Josh, do you consider yourself a fan of Drag Race?
Absolutely. I've watched it for years and years and years. And when I got the call to go on RuPaul's Drag Race, it honestly was something off my bucket list to do. I was super stoked and excited. I was more excited than to play a football game. So no, it was really cool, and it was a pinch myself moment. And to meet such an icon and have a conversation with RuPaul, he's been such an major influence in my coming out and my journey, and such a role model. So it was really special day for me.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about that too. Do you remember which season of Drag Race introduced you to the franchise?
I think it was the first season of Down Under, because I
Hmm.
was like, oh, this is Australian, it's drag race, like this is cool. And then I got into it, and then I realized, compared to the US shows, how different it is, and how much more excited I was by the US ones. So that would be a dream one day to see a US show live in person. But look, the RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under was absolutely phenomenal. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity and experience, and it's something that like went. I just blinked and the day just went. It went so quickly, and it was really nice to see because it's so different to my industry. I wake up, I go to gym, I go to training, I go to recovery, I sleep, and then I repeat that again. So it was really nice to wake up and to be put into that industry where the drag race queens all embrace themselves, all love and support each other, and show their talent on the world stage. And the best thing about it was, like, I felt at home.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. You came out in 2021 and became the first gay athlete to be actively playing soccer, which you call football. Since then, have you been seeing some progress in terms of inclusion, or do you think that things are still not moving along as they should?
Look, it's a work in progress. When I came out, there was so much unknown because no one's ever done it before in the space of top tier football. So I didn't know if I would be returning to my team and I would have a contract. I didn't know what the circumstances would be. Unfortunately, there are countries where the LGBTQIA plus community are criminalized, and we do have life-threatening issues in these countries, and these countries are huge soccer fanatics. So the hate and stuff does come a lot, and unfortunately, me being the first professional gay sports footballer, I know that this is going to come my way. Is it acceptable? No, it's not. Absolutely not. But to pave the way for the next Josh, or the next kid to come through, to feel like they can pick up a football and play with their team, no matter what their sexuality is. I'm doing it for that little kid. It is difficult sometimes because everyone will come and attack me, but at the end of the day, when I'm walking in the street and I see a little kid run up to me and say, oh, Josh, let me tell you, you helped me come out, your story helped me come out to my family. And these kids are young, 10, 11, 12 years old, and to hear that, it warms my heart. And a kid said to me the other week that, your story makes me feel like I have a place in this world. So I won't be stopping anything that I'm doing. It's working, and to see the love and support I'm getting on my social media platforms by embracing everyone is absolutely phenomenal. I just want everyone to be comfortable in their own skin, no matter what industry they fall in.
Absolutely. I've been living in the U.S. for 13 years, but I'm Brazilian born and raised. Here in the U.S., they don't pay attention to soccer as much. But being Brazilian, I grew up. Soccer is our religion in
It's
Brazil.
huge in Brazil, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So when you came out, it actually felt like massive news to someone like me who grew up with soccer just being our religion in Brazil. And it's very nice to hear that you're getting that feedback and that you're blazing this trail in a sport that the whole world watches and loves to follow. What's the biggest lesson you've learned in these 2 years since coming out?
um, why didn't you do it sooner?
Wow.
My life has changed dramatically, and I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm so happy and comfortable to be Josh Cavallo. Putting Josh Cavallo, the footballer, aside, Josh Cavallo, the personal, personal person, that person there is so happy. And I went so many years of being a professional footballer and playing on the world stage and being someone I wasn't happy with, going home and not happy to be who I am and hiding away from everyone. And, it's a 24/7 act. It's when you walk into the change room, it's when you're having a drink break at halftime that people ask you conversations, people speak to you and they might ask you, oh, what did you do this weekend? Or what girl are you seeing? Or what movie date did you go on with this person? And it's like this act that I'm trying to be at the top of my game, a professional footballer, and then I have to be thinking of stories and making stuff up, and it's such a distraction in my
Yeah.
development of football. And it's something that I would go to bed and I'm thinking, that conversation I had with this person, did that add up? Did that make sense? I didn't say the same thing to that person? So you end up chasing your tail, and it's an absolute nightmare. So being able to live freely and be embraced by all my sporting coaches and teammates is absolutely, so like amazing. And to see the impact it's had on the world stage is absolutely phenomenal. So if I had to change one thing, I would say to do it earlier, because I'm so happy to be who I am today.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear. You've been very outspoken about LGBTQ inclusion in the world of sports. With the Qatar World Cup last year, I really appreciate some of the statements that you made about it taking place in that country. Now in the US, we are also facing all this backlash that is anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-drag from conservatives. What's your point of view regarding this current situation?
It's not on, full stop. Why should anyone that finds themselves different be treated less equally or be treated as different rules to someone else? It's absolutely disgusting if you ask me. It's not on. I don't care who you are, where you come from, how much money you have, or how popular you are. You are no different to the next person next to you on your left or right shoulder. So why should you be treated any differently or have any rules? So that's what I've got to say on that.
Yeah. There are a lot of young LGBTQ athletes right now, as you mentioned, who are feeling discouraged in the world of sports because of this backlash from conservatives. Do you have a message or advice to these young athletes who are perhaps concerned?
I mentor thousands and thousands of people across the world in all different sports and industries and workplaces that feel like they can't be themselves and want ears to reach out. When I was younger and I wasn't out, I didn't trust anyone. I didn't trust a therapist. I didn't trust someone in my family. I kept it all internal. And to see all these people reach out and want me to be their ears and want to ask my experience and ask what they can do on their journey to make themselves, it's your own journey to go through. There's no rush. Some people are ready to come out now, some people are ready to come out tomorrow, some people want to come out in a year, some people don't want to come out at all. But for me to be the ears for them and to be able to have that trust and they open up to me, it's very special because I didn't do that to anyone else. So I will continue to be a mentor for all these people, and whoever feels comfortable to come to me and ask for advice. But yeah, that's the big thing I've noticed since coming out, and I'm more than happy to do that because I've walked that path. I know the feeling it is. It's not a very nice feeling.
Yeah. Josh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Bernardo. It was an honor. Thank you.
Thank you.